So a unique thing about the Nyckelharpa is because it's so mechanical, you can actually treat it as a percussion instrument. Just with my left hand, I can create all this kind of texture, both getting the mechanical click and the pitch. So for this track, I actually use that as the driving motor of the entire track. The track is called As Time Unravels. I want to create this texture that's entirely percussive, almost like a left-hand pizzicato. The way you can do it is if you play, there's a slightly different tone depending on which string you play on. But yeah, my right hand actually had the day off today. Another percussive thing that I did is, since all of these are using gravity, you can grab the whole instrument and so it kind of creates this discordant ticking, larger than life, but it's kind of a cool, very unique thing to the Nyckelharpa. All right, so here is the recording that I got of the Nyckelharpa. One thing that I like to do specifically in RX is use their variable pitch module to change the octave of the sound while retaining the sound quality the best it can. There's two algorithms in this variable pitch. One is preserve time, and then one is don't preserve time. When you don't preserve time, it takes the samples and then stretches it over a different period of time. So in this case, because it's basically half the pitch, you're taking what would be 1 second and making it 2 seconds, 1 octave down. So in this case, I'm gonna grab one instance of this, little Nyckelharpa tick and go 1 octave down just to see what it sounds like. 2 octaves down. Okay, 3. So you can hear with this specific algorithm, it's stretching the time out. So what was a very sharp transient is starting to blur into kind of a flam. That can be a really cool thing to play with because you, all of a sudden, I'm gonna go 1 more octave, you can get this gigantic, which is like a nice. So that's kind of one thing that I like to do as a sound design tool is take a seemingly innocent sound and make it all sorts of different things. So my right hand actually didn't take a holiday. It's back. So for this technique, it's using the ricochet bowing technique, but specifically I'm grabbing all the Ds that I can on my left hand. So I got the low D and then the open D. And so I like the texture of that, but I wanted to add a little bit more tension. So in the DAW, I actually pitched it up as the track kind of went on. So I hope you enjoy.